Good evening to all founders and welcome to today's webinar, Globally Changing Lives Deep Dive. It's an honor to have you with us today, and we hope you're going to enjoy what we have to share with you and all your guests, everyone from your team. So without further ado, please, let's welcome you all with our signature tune from one of our founders. And I will ask our host, our one and only Dr. Derek, to play that sound. Over to you, Dr. Derek. In it to win it. Our CEO has promised us the physical product of this great company, ONPASSIVE, and we have to find the mental. And how do we get the mental? We have to re-inspire ourselves. And we have one of our sisters who is going to help us with that. Her name is Sister Queen Verona Willis-BROWN. She is a native of St. Andrew from Jamaica. She's the mother of one daughter with a desire to inspire one soul at a time and a deep intention to impact the masses. She received her bachelor's degree of arts in psychology from the College of New Rochelle and has a speaking certification from the WILLIS-BROWN institution. When she is not writing, her days are spent traveling and or relaxing at home with her music. At this point in her life, she dedicates every step towards her parents' legacy as they rest in glory. Please welcome our mindset speaker for the night, Queen CEO Data Center, Verona Willis-BROWN.
Greetings, greetings all. Thank you so much, Sister Debbie, Dr. Derek, and those of you who are here. Greetings deep from my heart. How is everybody doing today? It is a wonderful day to be alive. It's a wonderful day to be excited. It's a wonderful day to know that, hey, I have another opportunity to come and serve you all. I don't take this for granted. Every time I show up as a humble servant. And I like to hear all those accolades that Sister Debbie named. Yes, it is good for you to achieve something, and it's good for you to celebrate those things. But at the end of the day, I am only a humble servant that like to serve from my heart. So thank you so much, Sister Debbie. Thank you again, Dr. Derek. Thank you for this opportunity. You see, in life, we have to have intention. In life, we have to have goals. And in life, we have to imagine and set ourselves in order. So I want to talk about intention. But before I go into that, there's always a simple exercise I like to do. And it is nothing extreme. It is just for you to acknowledge that you are present in this moment. And it's just to take your hand and put over your chest and feel your heartbeat. Let it pump against your chest. Let it pump underneath your palm. It is a sign that you are alive. It is a sign that you are present. It is a sign of gratitude. It is a sign that you are a survivor from something. Maybe the storm that just passed. Maybe it is your past from other storms. But the fact of the matter that you are here simply means that you are a survivor. So as you feel that pumping on your chest, it is a conversation that is happening between your heart and your mind. And your mind runs with all your emotions. And when you run with all your emotions, that conversation is going on. And whatever emotions you're feeling, it is okay for you to feel it. But I would like to tell you, do not let your emotion bully you, because your emotions do have power, but you are more powerful. So as we acknowledge that we are here, and we acknowledge that there's a conversation that's going on between our heart and our mind, let us stabilize ourselves and let us find solid ground. So as I do that, I like to always acknowledge the man with a vision, the man who expands his vision to come and share it with us all here today. A man who loves from his heart and share deeply from his heart. And that is no other than our CEO, Ash Mufari. Sir, I acknowledge you. I appreciate you for what you have done, for what you are doing, and for who you are. I say thank you. So as I go into tonight, just a small little message for you tonight. Mentally, we have to be prepared, because we hear that the physical is already supplied. But how is your mental state of mind is another story. And that is where your intention lies. You see, as a little girl, they always say, imagine when you grow up, or what would you like to be when you grow up? So I heard this over and over, and I heard where people are saying, I have an imaginary friend. How many of you had an imaginary friend? Who was that friend? What was that friend? How did you talk with that friend? You never know who that friend was. And your parents never know who that person was, but you imagine something. You imagine that someone was there that you were talking to. There's something about your imagination. There's something about when you set yourself to imagine that you will be in a position, you will manifest that. There's something about when you imagine that you believe that that person is right there with you. There's something about when you imagine it is your very thoughts that you take into action and you fold it and put it right there and you counteract with that imaginary thought. Oftentimes, we wrap ourselves around what somebody has said about us. Oftentimes, we define who we are and we focus on what society says about us. But can you imagine what you would say about yourself? Just like when you were that little kid, just like when you were that little boy and that little girl that imagine that you want to go around the world. You want to live in a big house. You want to have the fancy things. Can you imagine that? Right at this moment, you have everything that you need to succeed. So why wait until you grow up to be something when you have everything in your hands? We have everything in our hands, and that is not unpassive. It is our thoughts. It is not unpassive. It is not Ash's dream that we have. We have our own thoughts. Our own thoughts will drive us where we need to go. Our own thoughts will hold us back if we allow it. Our own thoughts will let you get stuck, because that, my brothers and sisters, is your thought, not Ash's thought, not Dr. Derry's thought, not Sister Debbie's thought, not Merton's thoughts. It is your thought. Each thought is personalized. You have the potential. Each and every one of us were born with potential. And the quality of our thoughts will define the action that we will take. The quality of our thoughts will say where we are going. The quality of our thoughts will define the space that we're in, how we entertain our thoughts. What is it that you are doing? What is it that we do every day? It adds up to the thoughts, and your thoughts equal your action. Think for a second of where your thoughts are going. And are you going with them? Think for a second, just for a quick minute, knowing that your thoughts will drive you forward or it can drive you backwards. Let me remind you of something. Your past is already over. Let me remind you of something else. The space that you're in right now is a result of the very thought you had about yourself, not what someone else said. Let me remind you of something else. Your very thoughts going to define your future, and your future starts and stops with you. Not Dr. Derek, not Mertlin, not Darian, not Vernon, not Tracy, not Millicent. It starts and stops directly with you. How will you maneuver your thoughts from this moment to tomorrow to next year? How will you see yourself? Take a moment and consider the space that you're in right now mentally, because mentally will define the action you take. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Queen Sister Verona. I love that afro. So our mindset, your action is what you work on. Your mental self is what will take you to the next step, and definitely not Dr. Derek. As much as he helps and shares, it is you and your mental self that will take you to the next step of where you want to be.